Hello, I thought I could just create a quick video to walk through the NQ price action today. So as you can see, the yellow line represents the 930 RTH open. But before that, the price was barely trying to hold on to 482. And then as soon as it opened, it dipped. It dipped to the first level was 448. And you can see that it actually, tried to, let me put it there, try to bounce right from there back to 482. So that was the first reaction, and then 482 there goes into pretty much resistance there and sell back. And this time it sells to 414, which was the key level for today. And you can see that there were two dips that immediately bounced back to the from 414 to 448. These are pretty fast action to see if you're not paying full attention, but you can see that it is actually reacting from 414 to 448 exactly, and then get back here. It tried to dip, but then the later price candles, you can see that it is trying to hold exactly from that level again, exactly from this level. And these were like many instances. If you do not have a bias, and if you are purely looking at price, you will clearly see that 414 was holding, and multiple times and across an hour of time frame, and that is clearly a buy. Another instance of interesting observation is that from 414, it went all the way to 482 again and sold correctly there. So these were some very good use. I got the one dip further to 482. The mistake I did was that I saw this dipping and I had in my mind that it has to test that 359. It got that bias got into my head and I was only looking that way. So I shorted here and I held on to it. I should have either gotten out of it by 448 or not at all by any means. Held that above this 482, that breaker, because this is the third time it was getting there. Another important thing I wanted to show is that whenever the price dips, the very first time, okay, you can try it could be a blind buy attempt if you're, if you have a bullish bias on that side and you want to try it. But the second time, sometimes the price comes back to the same level. It's always a good idea to just give it at least a 30 seconds delay to see, or 1 minute reaction. Is this reacting to it instead of being a blind buy? Sometimes one or two levels can plow through. It's not very likely I see more than 3 level goes through unless it is a strong trend day. So these areas gave a very good price action responses. But as I was explaining at the beginning, I posted that about this, that entire 500 to 550 area seems to be like a mess. Overnight it was like back and forth a lot. Even though my key bull bear line was 521, it was kind of chopping around there a lot. You could say that it, after it broke out, it tried to come back here and it made a lower a shallow pullback. Then later, close to 2 o'clock, it got another pullback, and then the third time it broke. And I that's when I tried a short. I tried a short exactly at here in the 550 area, seeing that it was holding, because I was posting that 550 was kind of not a very clear line. It was not a level in my system, but just observing that price action. I shorted from 550 to 521, 521 to 482. These were some good, try to short. And then again I tried one more short, try to hold, thinking that it may go down to 448. I didn't get it, but this time I had a clear mind to get out before it breaks out of that 521. I got like plus 10 points or something by shorting at 500 level, try to get to just 590 or something. Then afterwards, post 3 p.m., it went one more dip here exactly at that 521. That's where the price start to stagnate and dip towards that 330 dip, but it only came here and is starting to it's, if you expand it really clearly, you can see the candle pattern. It is starting to go support in this 521 area, and then it launched, and finally it hit the full breakout resistance at 605, this level. So let me zoom out and you can see it's 605. And then what happens afterwards is that it went to the level next above right here, and then it came back and fully back tested support this 605 level for a long time, and then it broke out um, to the one level above there. I'm not sure why it is disappeared my lines. Yeah, and now it is I'm waiting to see what happens. It was a little bit of resistance here, and now it is trying to break out to the level next above here. So basically I'm thinking that this 605 should probably a level that it should try to hold, and then try to go here. This is what I'm thinking that could happen today. So hopefully this was useful to just walk through the price action, how I look at things, and have a good trading day tomorrow.